All right, do me a favor for a second. Just for a moment, close your eyes. Seriously, we're going to try a little thought experiment together. I want you to really picture your life exactly 10 years from right now. See yourself. Where are you? What are you doing? Let's say you're at your job, and it's a job you absolutely despise, but you can't leave. You're trapped. You've got responsibilities. There's never enough money for the bills, not enough to really take care of your parents. What about your own dreams? Those are just a faint memory now. Every single thing you buy, you're just looking at the price tag first, and you can feel it slowly, day by day. You've become that person you always swore you'd never be. And then, one night, it's 2 a.m., everyone's asleep, and you hear this voice. It sounds like a monster, and it offers you a deal. It says, I can give you a power, the power of ego. If you can control it, you can achieve anything you want. But if you fail, it's going to destroy you. You think about it for just a second, and you say yes. Now, open your eyes. You're back, 10 years earlier, but this time you've got this raw, untamed power of ego in your hands. So, you've accepted the deal. You're right here, in the present, but you're holding this massive, untamed power. But what even is it? We're about to break down exactly what this power is, and more importantly, how you can master it to completely change your reality. You know, if you asked me, what is the single most powerful force in the entire world, my answer would be really, really simple. It's the force of ego. History proves it over and over again. When a person's ego gets hurt, something extraordinary, something that should be impossible, happens. So what is it really? Well, put simply, your ego is your identity. It's your self-respect. And here's the kicker. The way you see yourself literally creates your reality. So the most important thing to get is, this force can build entire empires, or it can burn them to the ground. Just think about the story of a man whose wife died because a giant mountain blocked the path to the nearest doctor. Well, driven by that pain, that insult to his life, he picked up a hammer and chisel and single-handedly carved a road right through that mountain. Or how about the story of a simple farmer who got insulted by a famous car maker? That one moment of humiliation drove him to build his own car company that went head-to-head with the best in the world. And then there was the man who was denied entry into a hotel just because of who he was. Well, that one single rejection fueled him to build the incredible Taj Hotel, which became a symbol for an entire nation. Look, the examples are endless. Ego can create, and it can absolutely destroy. But here's the thing. Ego isn't just one simple thing. It actually has different faces. And as we go through them, I want you to ask yourself, which one of these is mine? Okay, first up, you've got the fake ego. You see this everywhere on social media. You know, you're scrolling, you watch these epic edits with powerful music, and for like 30 seconds, you feel unstoppable. That's just a quick dopamine hit. But 10 minutes later, it's gone. No action, no change. You feel powerful, but you don't actually build any power. Then there's the weak ego. And this one is super common. It gets hurt by every little comment, every tiny thing. It's always trying to prove itself. It can't handle mistakes. And honestly, it makes you deeply insecure. And finally, number 3, the strong ego. This is the builder. It's quiet. It doesn't need to shout about its plans. It just works. It improves. It builds. And what's so powerful about this is seeing them side by side. Look at this. A weak ego, it reacts instantly. It's always fighting the world. It's loud because it's insecure, and it has this constant nagging need to prove something to everyone. But a strong ego, it just observes calmly. It focuses on building itself, not on fighting others. It's quiet and confident because you know what? It already knows its own value. The difference here is everything. Okay, so if this force is so powerful and kind of dangerous, how do we flip the script? How do we turn it from our biggest weakness into our greatest weapon? This, my friends, is where the real game begins. First, you have to use it as a challenge. When people doubt you, let your ego get a little bit triggered. But here's the key. You channel that fire not into proving them wrong, but into making yourself better. Second, use it for discipline. When your mind is screaming at you to quit, your ego should be that voice in your head that says, nope, my standards are way higher than this. This is that internal fire that pushes you way past the point where everybody else just gives up. And third, and this is a big one, use your ego as silence. Look, real power isn't about winning every little argument. It's about control. When you choose not to react to someone trying to get a rise out of you, you actually dominate the whole situation. Your silence becomes your power. Now, all of this sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do you train this power so it works for you? Let's break down what is, without a doubt, the most important part: the practical, step-by-step way to control your ego. Step one is just awareness. The next time you feel that hot rush of anger and you're about to react, just stop and ask yourself this one simple question: is this me talking, or is this my ego? Just identifying that difference is half the battle, I promise. Step two is reaction control. This is so critical. Don't react instantly. Take a breath, observe the situation, wait, and then you can act calmly. Step three, redirect all that powerful energy. Don't waste it on petty arguments or people who don't matter. Pour all of it into your goals, into your skills, into your work. And finally, step four, build your identity. How you see yourself is who you will become. If you start defining yourself as a disciplined, focused, strong person, your ego will literally force you to live up to that new standard. Sometimes getting your ego completely shattered is the best thing that can ever happen to you. It can be the one single turning point of your entire life. And I'm not just saying that as some theory. I've felt it myself. My own ego was hurt so badly, for some very personal reasons, that everything in my life changed. The story's a long one, but after that day, I was never the same person again. On December 28th, 2025, I made a decision. No more distractions. No more games, no more mindless social media. And trust me, I used to be addicted to all of it. But one decision ended it all. And I channeled every ounce of that energy into one single thing: starting this channel. And, well, the result is right here in front of you. It's this community of over 270,000 people, all built from that one single moment of pain. I never needed another motivation video again. Because here's the secret they don't tell you. When your ego is truly, deeply hurt, you don't get motivation, you get obsession. Think about every single person you know who works harder than anyone else. I guarantee they all have one thing in common. At some point in their life, their ego was deeply, deeply wounded. Now, I want you to think about the people who sacrificed for you. Your parents, maybe your family, the ones who gave up on their own dreams just so you could have a shot at yours. Now look at how you spend your day. Are you really honoring that sacrifice? Are you building the future they hoped for you? Don't you want to give them a life where they never have to worry about a single thing again? The day you truly feel the weight of this responsibility, you won't need any more motivation videos. The addictions, the distractions, they'll just disappear on their own. So I'm asking you to do one thing, just for one day. Observe your life. Feel your responsibility. And then, right here, right now, make a decision. Decide that until you achieve your goal, all distractions are dead to you. If you get what I'm saying, if you feel that fire starting inside of you right now, then go to the comments this very second and write, "I will change." Make that promise to yourself. Your new life starts with that one decision.